Welcome back, everybody. Sorry if I sound a little scuffed. I just barely woke up, and there's people sleeping. So, little fun fact: this isn't my first time recording this video. I made like a full Doctor Strange Endless Possibilities, almost like an hour-long version of this one, where I would go through every single unit that was in Pro Tag and Lightning Speed. Retrospect, that was probably the bad choice, since good luck uploading a hour video with 5G. So in retrospect, it was kind of a bad idea. So today I'm just gonna go through some teams I would recommend, since I did finish PvP pretty early, actually only 3 days in. It was a lot easier this season than it was last season. Even to get the title, I thought I would not make it, considering how many high budget suits there are in this season. But no, it was pretty easy, honestly. And again, I do have better units than before, so there is that. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to show teams on Pro Tag and all that. Ignore this crossbow, and I only used him for like the last mission I had to do. It was 3 defenders, 1 supporter, 1 attacker is what I used. So I'll just go through my own opinion on teams and all that. Only Pro Tag and Lightning Fast, maybe 1 shot killer. I don't have Lightning Fast on this account, so I'm just gonna put a ship here and then call it Lightning Fast, so not to confuse anybody. So in my opinion, I'm going to do a budget version, semi-budget version, and then a full-on well team with URs and all that. So I'm going to start off with Pro Tag. Alright, we're back with the full budget team, and it's just my own opinion, but I'll explain it a bit. Full Armor Double Zeta, it doesn't have 5 range like these other guys, but if the enemies get close, defenders, ignore the pilots. Actually, I forgot to change the pilots. Hold up. Alright, now we are back with a full budget build. And if you don't have these pilots, then what were you doing, my friend? They were free. If you don't have any of these free pilots and all that, you can replace them with SRs as long as they fit the bill, you know, support, attacker, at least with another support. Honestly, I would run 3 tanks, but Pro Tag on a budget setup doesn't really have too much. You could replace this Wing Zero or this new with SR, Force Impulse Gundam, if you have that, if you're really on a budget. You can also replace this new with the SSR Aerial rebuild if you have not grinded this new gun. They're both basically the same unit almost. Just remember that beams, a lot of defenders in this season will have reduced damage to beam, so keep that in mind. These are like one of the only freebie beam units that have, you know, 5 range, which is going to help you out a lot. Full Armor has 4 range, but it has a pretty good map attack. You lure them in with your defenders, and then you can blast them. New Gundam has really good range, 5, and it's an attacker, so that's pretty good. Wing Zero has a beam debuff on a 5 range attack, so that can be pretty good as well. For the defenders, honestly, you could run like any SR defender as long as they have Force Guard, or any SSR defender as long as they have Force Guard. There's not a lot of good freebie defenders that fit Pro Tag, so you know, you could run Dukes if you wanted to. Pretty much anybody that has Force Guard. I just chose Louis and this guy because I'm pretty sure he has Force Guard, right? No, he doesn't, but he does have Sway, so that's also pretty good. You could run him too. So anybody with Force Guard or Sway will be good enough for your defenders if you're running a budget build at this point. I don't know how you would rank with a budget build. If you know, if you're not really going fully serious on it, then I think you can get to 150k with a budget build, but I don't know about higher than that. Alright, with that in mind, let us move on to the semi-budget build. Alright, and this is the semi-budget build. 2 SSR gachas and 2 UR gachas and 1 freebie. SD Gundam, really good because it has 5 range. Put him with a supporter or an attacker and he'll do pretty well. I put Ku there because he gets the full buffs running the SD Gundam. Aerial also has really good range and Soletta has really good stats. It can be either 0 duped or 1 duped. You can also run Force Impulse too. I don't have it on this account, so just pretend this is Force Impulse. You can run that too. It would probably be about better depending on if you have a dupe or not on the aerial or Force Impulse. You can also run the Xian too on this slot as well if you have it. Hainu is extremely good for this meta just because he has beam defense reduction. You can also put Destiny here too if you grinded that. He has physical weapon reduction and Hainu is physical, it's EX attack. So if you don't have Hainu grinded, you can put Destiny or all that. Anything that has beam reduction. This is the SSR gacha I chose, the Gelgoog. You can also replace it with the Astray as well if you have that, since both of their pilots are good. If anything, you would replace it with Low because Low was free, so I guess that makes it a little bit easier to do that setup if you have them. And then another UR gacha is the Gundam, just because of premium UR unit. 0 dupe or 1 dupe will be fine for the semi-budget version. I have it at free. I got pretty lucky with it. So, you know, ignore the dupes here. 1 dupe, 0 dupe. I think you'll do well enough. SSR SD Gundam, you really want it at full dupe though. So if you have those SSR limit break materials, I recommend you use it on this guy. He's one of the better options, that's for sure. So with that in mind, let us go on to the no limit version. Alright, we're gonna play a little imagination here. Pretend this is the UR with the UR pilot. This is Strike Freedom. This is the UR Hainu with Soletta, just for the extra support. This is the UR Barbatos with the Defender, and then this is Narrative. We're gonna have to play make-believe here just because I get extremely hoed in this game. So UR Hainu, UR Zeta with his attack pilot, Soletta with the UR Hainu, and then Strike Freedom. With Kira, honestly you could replace them with supporters as well if you really wanted to make it like really support each other. But if you want more damage, you can equip their attack pilots and they'll do more damage. But if you want more team variety, team support, equip them with supporters like Soletta and all that. And yeah, Barbados, Mikazuki, the beat reduction is amazing, especially if you have more dupes. So this is like a full UR team, full well and all that if you got lucky. I sure didn't, that's for sure. But yeah, UR Zeta, Strike Freedom UR Hainu with supporters if you really wanted. UR Barbatos, and Narrative. What more is there to say? If you really wanted to, you could replace one of the free attackers with a Defender UR, like Gundam, and it would be a lot more defensive. But yeah, those are my picks for Pro Tag. Sorry if it's a little bit messy, because I don't have the units, I don't waste money on this game, so we'll go on the lightning fast. We'll do it pretty lightning fast, real quick. I don't have the ship, so we're gonna have to pretend that it's lightning fast. Alright, here's the budget team for lightning fast. Nightingale is basically double Zeta. Good map attack. Only 4 range though, so keep that in mind. But it can do damage. Nightingale, not the best debuffer, but it has the range. It has 5 range, and with Shuji, if he feels like it, he can boost the range up to 6, so he can be a pretty decent defender. Perfect Strike, pretty much same as the Wing Zero. They're basically both the same unit. They debuff beam and all that, so they're almost the same. Slap on a good defense supporter if you wanted to. You could replace either one of these with an attacker if you wanted to. Quinn Manfa is like one of the best free-to-play options for lightning fast. It has insane damage reduction. I think 30% to beam, and then 10% in general, 40% to beam. So it's honestly one of the best free-to-play options. Even on like a budget version and not budget version, it's going to do extremely well. The only thing you could argue is its movement, but it's going to tank hits. I believe Deuce does give the extra. It is a mobile armor, right? I believe it is. Let me check the tags real quick. No, it's not, but it's a large machine. Oh, my bad. She doesn't give the full bonus, but she'll still be a good pilot for it. Destiny, if you really wanted to. Honestly, you could replace it with the Providence if you don't have the Destiny grinded. It's a hard grind, but you can replace it with the Providence as well. Providence is also on lightning fast. If you haven't grinded the Salzabi, you could replace it with the Red Gundam. Not as great. Then again, they're not really here to do damage. They're here to support. So you could definitely replace it with Shuji as well. He's a free-to-play option as well. I honestly wanted to put the Destiny Impulse here, but its range is like pretty low. It needs to go right in the front. So if you really wanted to, you could run it. You can also run GPO1 full burner. It's basically the Nightingale but without a map attack. So if you haven't gotten the Nightingale grinded up, you could throw in GPO1 as well. More accessible team, I guess. This is a lot more easier team to put. Let me put the Providence here real quick if I have it. A lot more easier team to grind if you're really on a budget. So that's lightning fast budget. Let's move on to semi-budget. Alright, we're back and more make-believe time. Nightingale can still be used. It's a lot more harder to grind, so I think I'll put in the semi-budget. This is the UR support new Gundam. Put on the support Amuro UR and he'll do relatively well. This is the Defender Barbatos UR with Mikazuki UR pilot. This can either be the Destiny or the SSR Gacha Graze Ritter. It comes with the Carla pilot, whatever her name was. The thing is really good, 20% damage reduction to beam and 10% defense. So it's really good if you have dupes of that or if you have that. And then just Queen Menfa because it's just way too good. It is really good. This guy is a lot better than Dukes. He has a really high defense, so if you have the pilot, he's a SSR Gacha pilot, so there is that. But yeah, SSR Nightingale for the map attack and all that, and it does decent damage. New Gundam supporter with UR Amuro, UR Barbados with tank Mikazuki, either Destiny or Graze Ritter, SSR Gacha, and then Queen Menfa with anybody with high defense. So that is the budget. 2 URs, 1 SSR Gacha, and then 2 budget units. That's the semi-budget, yeah. And now we'll go to the, full-on UR well team, if you want to call it that. Alright, here is the no budget lightning fast team, more make-believe. UR Hainu with the pilot, UR Impulse, Force Impulse with the UR pilot, UR Zeta with the attacker pilot, UR Defender, full armor Thunderbolt with the Defender pilot, and then UR Barbatos with the UR Mikazuki pilot. Armor here, you can replace it with the Zeta. Zeta for more damage, but high Nu for the range, because sometimes the attackers attacking might outrange this thing, so it might be a better idea to put him near the sidelines on position 2 or 3. Impulse for the support, just because his range is amazing, and if he manages to survive a hit, he can recover 50% HP. Full armor, Thunderbolt reduces physical damage. High News EX is physical, so it tanks really well against it. It's a solid option if you have it. Also, the pilot is insanely good as well. You are Mikazuki. What more is there to say? Blocks, beam reduction, double chance. They're both amazing, especially for this season. So yeah, that is basically it. I'm only covering Pro Tag and Lightning Fast. There's plenty of other teams you can do, like Tough as Nails or One Shot Killer, but I don't want to make the video any longer. Uploading on 5G is annoying, but there is plenty of more options, and this is just based off my own experience and all that, so keep that in mind. But yeah, you tell me how your experience went, if you already finished PvP season and all that. Let me know how you did. Did you get the title? Were you even aiming for it? Are you having trouble and all that? Maybe I can help in the comments, or maybe you can call me dumb. Either way, that is about it. Like I said, plenty of more formations you can do, but I don't want to make the video any longer, so without further ado, take care, guys.